Congressman Bill Foster. Bill Foster is a scientist and a businessman representing the 11th Congressional District of Illinois. He's the only PhD physicist in the Congress. In the wake of the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, Bill Foster was named the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Congressman Bill Foster.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for inviting me here today. For those of you who might not know me, I'm Congressman Bill Foster. I'm a scientist and a businessman, and it's my honor to represent the 11th Congressional District of Illinois in the U.S. House of Representatives, a district that includes here. Well, it includes actually the three largest cities, the second largest cities of Illinois in the form of Naperville, Joliet, and Aurora. And I want to thank the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition for all the great work they're doing here in Naperville and throughout the Chicagoland area, and to champion the rich diversity that makes this so unique. And it's very appropriate that we're having the 11th annual gala in the 11th Congressional District, so thank you for that. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the Outstanding Physician of the Year 2021. Our awardee is an accomplished interventional radiologist, an educator, a writer, a philanthropist, a healthcare and technology thought leader, and a former resident of Harvard Medical School and Brigham and Women's Hospital. In fact, I believe we were at Harvard together, although I was a physicist and he was a physician. Dr. Chopra is a healthcare disruptor, an industry leader. Thank you. Who is admired for his patient-centered care that focuses on restoring a patient's mind, body, and spirit. A founder, chairman, and CEO of the Midwest Institute for Minimally Invasive Therapies, PC, Dr. Chopra is a big advocate for women's health and has been helping treat uterine fibroids with non-invasive treatment and leveraging his skills and dedication. Dr. Chopra's philosophy is to provide cutting-edge healthcare to that is most commonly found in the university setting and bringing it to the communities that we reside in. Dr. Chopra is a renowned expert in his field and speaks nationally and internationally on various topics in interventional radiology, endovascular therapy, and healthcare management. Dr. Chopra is an active member of several professional societies, including the Society of Interventional Radiology, the Radiology Business Management Association, and the American Society of Physician Executives. Dr. Chopra has won many awards and honors, and the list is too long to recite here. But today we're presenting him with the Outstanding Physician of the Year Award. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting the most accomplished and outstanding physician of the year, Dr. Paramjit Chopra.
Thank you. Thank you. How cool is it to be introduced by a fellow Harvard attendee, I would say, physicist, but he's obviously smarter than we are, of course, and to have a PhD congressman and to thank Congressman Danny K. Davis. I learned a long time ago that you may be one person in the world, but you can be the world to another person. I took that philosophy to say each patient that I treat, I want to be that problem solver and be the world to them so they can live their best lives in their body, their mind, their spirit. And I also learned that the secret to the many is the one. And as you start from that one, I started to develop an organization that would take that same principle and take it, and especially around Chicagoland right now, we're serving all around Chicagoland to provide that philosophy of care. And our line is we put the care back in healthcare. I'm really honored, humbled, and more than that, inspired to work even harder to exceed the expectations of this wonderful, diverse, multi-ethnic association that we have, friends and colleagues from Mimit Health that are here. So thank you again, and I'm really humbled, honored, and inspired.
And let me just congratulate you, Doctor. You know, Physician of the Year given what we are experiencing relative to healthcare and healthcare needs, we are indeed honored to have you with us. I'm also very pleased and delighted that my colleague from the United States House of Representatives, we call him the only rocket scientist in Congress because he does have the ability to help us understand the scientific elements of our world. And we hope that we don't have to recognize the damage that some of the bombs that people could make will do. So, Bill, thank you so much for being with us this evening, and we really thank you for coming.
Thank you again.
Pleasure.
Congratulations, Dr. Paramjeet Chopra, and thank you, Congressman Bill Foster, for coming. Our next presenter is another doctor, a distinguished neurologist, Mr. Amit Ray. Dr. Amit Ray treats illness and injuries involving the brain and the nervous system. He's a highly trained specialist with interest in epilepsy, stroke prevention, and treatment. Please welcome Dr. Amit Ray.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Prabhakar. I'm honored to present the Community Leadership Award to Professor Harry Utomo. Professor Utomo is the F. Avalon Daggett Endowed Professor for H. Rouse Caffey Rice Research Station at Louisiana State University, Agricultural Center, Rain, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Professor Utomo is president of the Indonesian Diaspora Network and the president of the Indonesian American Society of Academics. Professor Utomo has published more than 180 scientific articles and conference proceeding abstracts and serves as a speaker in national and international conferences. Professor Utomo is actively involved in community projects such as philanthropy, dual citizenship advocacy, disaster relief programs to modernize agriculture in North Sumatra and Central Kalimantan. Professor Utomo organizes and provides leadership at conferences for the diaspora to present and share ideals and experiences for community empowerment, making a difference in Indonesia and around the world. Some of Professor Utomo's awards and patents include the inventor of low glycemic rice, co-inventor of high-protein rice for commercial application, and he has received many awards. To name a few, the Tipton Team Research Award and the Louisiana Agriculture Award. Professor Utomo serves on a vast number of international and national organizations and councils, including the LSU Agricultural Center and the College of Agricultural Diversity, Equality, and Change Council. Professor Utomo is the project leader in biotechnology and a member of the Acadia Parish Rice Growers Association. Please acknowledge our recipient of the 2021 Global Oscars Community Leadership Award, Professor Harry Utomo.
Thank you. What a really night tonight. I would like to thank you, Congressman Davis, Dr. Vijay, Mr. Martino Tankar, and all the leaders right here to make this night possible. Excellent night with a lot of excellent people around here that I never dream of to meet around. As the first generation of immigrant, I have like split intention between the original country of mine, Indonesia, and also the new country that I'm embraced. So my mind is always split into two different things. And fortunately, I have engaged with Indonesian diaspora here and across the world to make a contribution to Indonesia possible. And the second thing that stuck in my mind that I have to make a real contribution here as my new country. So I keep inventing and innovating, and I'm blessed with the thing that I invent. And one of the latest one is the rice with low GI, the lowest in the world that is available in the market. And with that, I would like to thank my wife, which is my colleague and my co-inventor as well in this one to make it possible. And with that one, I would like to thank everyone right here to present me with the opportunity that I never been dreaming of. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Henry Como. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Louisiana. Next presenter is Dr. Srinivas Reddy, the dashing debonair, who is the chairman of the Illinois Physicians Disciplinary Board. He's also the president of the RNA, the Radiologists Association of North America. And Dr. Srinivas Reddy is also the Gala chair of AMEC. Please welcome Dr. Srinivas Reddy.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Prabhakar. Good evening. You know, it's an honor to be here with all of you tonight. And also it's my privilege to announce the Corporate of the Year Award. The award goes to Mr. Eddie Nee. Mr. Nee is a Chinese entrepreneur, social activist, and international philanthropist. He has over 35 years of business experience in China, United States, and Canada. Mr. Nee presents a diverse business portfolio ranging from real estate development and planning, food services, home decor, import-export manufacturing, education, biotechnology. Locally, Eddie's vision is to revive Pacifica Square to create the nation's largest Asian Czech lifestyle center that will provide one-stop destination for shopping, food, business, leisure, and entertainment. Mr. Nee states that Pacifica Square will be a model mecca which will bring community gathering place and employment opportunities. He is the president and founder of Windfall Group in Aurora, Illinois. Without a further ado, Mr. Eddie Nee, the Global Community Oscars 21 Corporate of the Year awardee. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's my great honor to be here tonight to receive this award. It was the last minute. I want to invite my wife, Ling, to the stage with me to receive this Corporate of the Year award because she's my best partner. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Congressman Danny K. Davis and the committee who put all this event, organized this event together. And I want to thank my family, especially my wife and Wingfold Group team, they're down there, and entire Asian Chinese community. Without your support, I won't be standing here tonight. I was here 40 years ago in America without no money, and I can't speak a word of English. I was able to overcome all the difficulty with the support. And I thank you again, honoring me and Wingfold Group with this Corporate of the Year. And we continue our work to make a difference in the community we serve. Thank you so much.
Give it up to Mr. Eddie Nee of the Windfall Group and Mrs. Nee. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Our next presenters are Mr. Sampath J. Shekhar, who all of you know, and Catherine Thorat. They are the Air India, we could call you the Air India couple. Ms. Catherine Thorat was the sales manager for Air India, Chicago region for a long time, and Mr. Sampath J. Shekhar took over. Both are very avid community activists. Please welcome Mr. Sampath J. Shekhar and Catherine Thorat.
Good evening, everyone. We are here to introduce the Social Worker of the Year for 2021. Ms. Naiko Farmer, the founder, chief executive, and president of In His Hands Resource Center, located in Calumet City, Illinois. For 12 years, Ms. Farmer has been at the helm and leadership of In His Hands Resource Center, an entity involved in all levels with the planning, coordination, and development of overall operations for various organizations in order to meet the guidelines and protocols of federal, state, and local standards.
Ms. Farmer has an extensive and acute interest in working with individuals to provide services and information to navigate system such as the Jesse White Secretary of the State, where she worked with the public in various capacity for 5 years. Ms. Farmer gave glory to God. She is a public relations volunteer for Family Christian Center for 9 years in Munster, Indiana, under the leadership of Pastor Steve Munsey. She continues only to grow in her faith and commitment to the Lord. Ms. Naiko Farmer, the Outstanding Social Worker of the Year 2021.
Thank you so much. Congressman, thank you for this opportunity to be here today. And Dr. V, thank you for acknowledging me and the work that I do in the communities across the state of Illinois. A simple act of kindness led me to this moment, and I am so forever grateful. I didn't do it by myself. I believe in true partnership. I think the University, Village of University Park that's here, Miss Ian Keeley and Mayor Rudez, I'm sorry. And then my mom also for being able to be here to witness this moment. Coming from the South, she gave me my purpose, and I found my passion from Greenwood, Mississippi. I love you, Mom, and my husband. Whoo, I can say that, can I? Yeah. I appreciate that. So thank you, thank you. They say thank you, make room for more. So I say thank you, and thank you.
Congratulations, Nicoya Farmer. Our next presenter is Alderman Chris Taliaferro and Mrs. Taliaferro. Alderman Taliaferro is a Democratic alderman representing the 29th Ward in the city of Chicago. He was first elected alderman in 2015 and re-elected in 2019. Please welcome Alderman Chris Taliaferro.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. My wife and I are honored to introduce the humanitarian of the ward, Dr. Santosh Kumar, the founder and executive director of Metropolitan Asian Family Services. Dr. Kumar is also president of the Gandhi Memorial Foundation. Dr. Kumar is a counselor, attorney, professor, community leader, and businesswoman. MAFS is a nonprofit agency working for the well-being of the elderly living in the Chicagoland area.
Dr. Kumar is known by her friends and associates as a Wonder Woman. Her dedication and continued leadership is recognized by the state of Illinois and New York City. She is a pillar of service and excellence in community services. Dr. Kumar speaks for people whose voices are not readily heard. Her advocacy and efforts are a beacon of light for all not represented. Dr. Kumar has done phenomenal work during the COVID pandemic.
Dr. Kumar is the founder of the Vedic Wellness Center in Naperville, Illinois, and the president of the Bharat Sevarsham Sangha of North America. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? My wife and I are proudly to present the Humanitarian of the Year, Dr. Santosh Kumar.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Farrow, for that. And I want to thank, definitely is for our Honorable Danny K. Davis. It is because of you I'm getting this, I know that. And I want to thank BJP, Dr. Prabhakar. I think, what can I say for Dr. Prabhakar? He is such a hardworking person. Come here. Can you come for a second? I'm calling you. Okay. Okay. So being humanitarian, you know, being humanitarian means what? You should not do a thing which you do not like to yourself. When I was a child, I want to give you a little story so it can inspire to somebody here. I am a very devotee of Lord Rama. And you all know who know the Hindu Dharma. Rama is a very justicious person as a human being, though he was considered as a god. And he did everything with a peace and non-violence. But when people do wrong, then he stood against that wrong and punished that person who has done the wrong. So being human, you have to be very compassionate, very passionate, but understand your responsibility. When things gone wrong by somebody, then you have to you have a courage to say, this is not right. So that is my definition of humanitarian. You do good, but you stand against the wrongdoing in the society. And right now, it is going too much wrongdoing in the society. Too much competition, too much jealousy, too much negativity. You don't need it. Being human is so simple. Whatever you like to yourself, the other people like the same thing. And if you can do it, you have won the battle. And one more thing I will give you. As a child, you all hear that we are a part of a God. If you are a part of the God, all of us are a part of God. And you cannot dishonor that person or this person or that person because they are also part of the God. There's another being a human. That's the only thing I want to say. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And I must say that Dr. Kumar is the Mother Teresa of the Midwest. And Alderman Talaferro, my alderman, is about to become a judge. So thank you both.
Congratulations, Ma Santosh Kumarji. We salute you for all the awesome work you're doing for the elderly in Chicago. The next presenter, I would like to welcome the gorgeous Dulce Castillo, who's a healthcare administrator, along with Dr. Clarence Beals, who is the METIV General Secretary. Please welcome Dulce and Clarence Beals.
Thank you. I'm here to announce the Rising Star of the Year. The Rising Star of the Year is none other than Dr. Anuja Gupta. Dr. Anuja Gupta is a woman who works tirelessly. She's the epitome of a champion, a fighter, someone when you're broken down and tired, wandering and want to live life and bring life into focus, she's someone you should know. Stand up, rise up. Dr. Anuja Gupta, our Rising Star of the Year.
Dr. Gupta is a cardiologist by profession with 14 years of service in the South Suburbs. She is a real estate developer and a women's empowerment leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and recognize the star of the night, Dr. Anju Gupta.
Good evening. Thank you, Congressman Vijayji and the AMEC team. The platform you have, the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, is a very strong platform for minority empowerment. The people in this room, they probably know the challenges we face as minorities. We all face the same challenges. I'm a real estate business owner, and very often I'm reminded that I'm a minority female. But we all work hard, and we've made our names in so many fields. But the glass ceiling is very much still there, and minority accomplishment which is recognized is a big step towards that. So I'd also like to extend my congratulations to the other awardees. Very remarkable men and women were recognized today. Congratulations and thank you again.
Congratulations, Dr. Anuja Gupta. Our next presenter is Ms. Kimberly McCullough, Deputy Director of Community Outreach, Illinois Department of Healthcare Family Services, along with Mr. Bala Gimre, who's the CEO and President at Chicago Curry House. Today's dinner was catered by Chicago Curry House, so please welcome Kimberly McCullough and Mr. Bala Gimre.
Good evening. It gives us great pleasure this evening to bring the honoree for the Business Entrepreneur of the Year. This year's Business Entrepreneur of the Year recipient is Ms. Shatay Daftari, the founder of Saris and Things and SNC Biotech. She started her company in 2011. She was named in 2021 as one of the fastest growing women-owner LED companies by the Women's President's Organization, or WPO, with revenue of more than $35 million.
Good evening. Satis and Think started as an, say, this word is wrong. Exclusive online website, and I forgot my glass anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. Yeah.
No problem. That's why, you know, us working together is so important, right? Saris and Things started as an exclusive online website, so one can rent or buy designer Indian clothing. She later expanded the inventory to include other accessories. She continues to explore other avenues and resources to meet the needs of the market and community. During the pandemic, she was a refugee and service site providing PPE and testing services for PCR and rapid tests. Ladies and gentlemen, the Business Woman of the Year, the Business Entrepreneur of the Year is none other than
Business entrepreneur. Let's welcome Ms. Sadari Ghaffari. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for this honor. I want to thank Congressman Danny Davis and Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and the entire AMEC team. I want my award to be used so that other women can be inspired to do what I have done. I have grown my company to a very large scale in just a matter of 10 years, just because of determination, grit, and perseverance. And I'm sure every woman can do this. I want to share that if you have been searching for somebody who will change your life, take a look in the mirror. That's the person who's going to change your life. And I want to dedicate this award to my parents and my in-laws who are sitting there. Please stand up, and all four of you. And they are my rock. They are my supporters. And for letting me be my family, for letting me be what I am, for letting me fly, and my husband, Ninad, he's not here right now because it's my son's birthday, but I dedicate this award to my family. And thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, Sheetal Daftari. We are very proud of you. Our next presenter is Begum Chand Naseem. She's the proud mother of the Ali boys, Ibrahim and Ali Khan, who spoke earlier about climate change. She is from the Pakistani American community. Please welcome Begum Chand Naseem.
Thank you and good evening. Today is award for the Community Activist of the Year. Mr. Sinai is the Community Activist of the Year. Mr. Sinai from the Himalayan country of Nepal, which is the home of the world of the 10 tallest mountains, include the Mount Everest. Mr. Sinai is the trained chemical engineer. Mr. Kashi is the strong, dedicated member of the Nepal community in Chicago. Mr. Sinha is very active in the Nepal community. Mr. Kashi worked very closely with the Nepali arriving in Chicago, learning and navigate the health, education, and the social and support services. Mr. Sinha is the complement of the MEC of the Assembly of the United States as the seamless and the enjoyable as possible. Mr. Kishai is the tour of the fourth. Our award for the community activist, Mr. Kashi Sunai. Please big hands for him.
Thanks a lot to everybody. Good evening to everybody. Thanks a lot to Congressman Danica Davis, Chairperson Martino, President Dr. BJP. Thanks for this great honor to me, to our community, and thanks a lot to our Amico lovely family. Actually, I came here in Chicago 2007 and started to serve my community from 2008. I start with a small service to our country, but a small makes the big thing. I feel that's why I'm here today. So I request everybody to start your service to your community. As a big, as a small, it's nothing, but you do the service. That makes the great. It's great, amazing things for us. Thanks again, thanks. I like to thanks everybody. Thanks you, thanks. And same thing, our community leaders are there here. I like to thanks our community leader, Mr. Balagimiri, Mr. Kempanti, and others. Thanks to everybody again, and good night.
Congratulations. Our next presenter, we'd like to welcome Mr. Chenna Govindaswamy. Mr. Chenna is an IT professional who currently works for IBM and an active member of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition. Please welcome Mr. Chenna.
Thank you, Sri Gurusamy. Thanks to our Dr. VJP, who's our dynamic leader, for recognizing this community outperformers, and Congressman, thank you very much for recognizing them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to introduce you Dr. Barry Mixon, who is the recipient of Teacher of the Year Award. Having come from a family of teachers where both my parents are teachers, I completely visualize how noble this profession is, right? And also in our culture, teachers are regarded as even higher than the God, right? So it's such a noble profession. So we are very happy to give this award to Barry Mixon. Mr. Mixon is an educator, public speaker, served in the United States of Marine Corps. Mr. Mixon has extensive background in math and science, and also he has a wide knowledge on the gemological studies. Mr. Barry Mixon is a professional storyteller, and he utilizes his skills and aptitude to reach out to various educational institutions and programs. Mr. Mixon has published numerous articles on a variety of topics. Just to name a few here, Suited for Services, Stories by Unsung Heroes of the Brotherhood, Progress in Opioid Research, as well as, a notable others. Presently, Mr. Mixon is a member of several national, international, and national organizations, and also is a member of Toastmaster International at District 30 in Chicago. In this role, Mr. Mixon mentors and coaches our future public speakers, politicians, and individuals working to public entities. Mr. Mixon, passion for teaching, education, public speaking, and community service, and is truly a man with a thirst for knowledge and sharing this knowledge with others. So please give a great round of applause for Barry Mixon.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Congressman Danny K. Davis, Dr. VJ. And this is a really special night for me because it happened in a church. Because 29 years ago, I was homeless. And I used to pray to God, if I ever got out of homelessness, I would spend the rest of my life helping people discover the value of their stories. So what I do, that's not totally accurate. I am a gemological storyteller. So what I use is I take the concepts and techniques that we use to appraise a gemstone and I apply it to people. Because if you look around, all the characteristics that you find in gemstones, colors, cut, clarity, it's in people and it's all around us. So imagine the only difference between you and a diamond is the fact that we know the stories of a diamond, ruby, emerald, sapphire, and pearl. But as soon as I know this young man, I would know his story and his value would increase. So this award lets me know that I'm on the right path and I'm keeping my promise that I made to God. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Mr. Barry Mixon, the Teacher of the Year. Congratulations. It's my honor now to introduce two very important gentlemen from the Indian American community who everyone knows here, Mr. Sunil Shah and Mr. Hitesh Gandhi. Mr. Sunil Shah is a community leader and an individual with a very kind heart. He's been in many events. He's sponsored a lot of charity programs. He's the founder president of FIA, and Mr. Hitesh Gandhi is the current president of FIA. So I welcome both the gentlemen, and here is Mr. Sunil Shah and Mr. Hitesh Gandhi.
Thank you. Femi Ogable is an American-based saxophonist, an artist with over 20 years of experience. Femi Associate Degree in Music Performance from Mixon School of Music. Femi received a diploma from Associate Board of Royal School of Music, United Kingdom. Femi also received a degree with honors in music performance from the University of Dayton, Ohio. Femi has an active performance schedule in the United States and Canada, Europe, and Africa.
Femi is the founder and organizer of the Praise Experience and Annual. Femi is a humanitarian that dedicates his music and resources to helping human trafficking victims and young widows in Africa.
Foremost, Femi is an ambassador of World Civility. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge our Global Comedy Oscar recipient, Femi Audible.
Thank you. Congressman Danny K. Davis, thank you. Dr. VJ and the entire leadership of AMEC and MISEF, thank you. I'd like to dedicate this award, first of all, to God, the giver of all gifts, and to my wife for her support. And to my entire team, I would like to say thank you. Guys, please stand up. Let them see you. We did this together. And I would like to thank all members of my church who are here to support me and my family ministries. And I would like to say this before I leave. I believe in this quote so much. It's something that I've lived by. Music is life, life is music. And the more you get into music, the more you get out of life. I had the privilege of speaking to about 5,000 students in Africa 2 weeks ago. And one of the things I shared with them is music is not just a gift, it's not just a calling, but a responsibility. Music is a tool to save lives. Music is a tool to comfort. Music is a tool to inspire. And music is a tool to make happiness. With this, I'd like to leave you with a word of music, and I say thank you.
Congratulations, Femi. And for those of you who listened to him earlier play the saxophone, wasn't he amazing? Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'd like to invite two beautiful women from our own American multi-ethnic.
I just want to just say that you have been watching the gala that Barry B. Mixon has been graciously awarded his Oscar for being Global Teacher of the Year. So I thank you. I have been streaming for a while. Tomorrow or the next day, you'll be seeing some clips of that because I know it's kind of long. And a lot of people were like, okay, I want to see Barry. Where's Barry? So he just came off the stage. He just received his Oscar award at the gala for being Global Teacher of the Year for 2001 to 2002. Again, Barry, we honor and thank you so much for being an influencer and a person that is trying to help others understand their value and understand and discover their stories in their life, that they are valued. And it shows today of what you accomplished and all your accomplishments, not just being the Global Teacher of the Year award. So I'm so honored to basically present and promote and give the visibility from yesterday to today for Barry B. Mixon. Everybody, please, reach out to Barry and congratulate him. This is a history in making for him and for others. It's just funny because it falls right in Black History Month. So right on time to honor another person that is making a difference in the world. With that said, I just want to say again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting not just Barry B. Mixon, but supporting the Diamond Factory Experience Network that comes on every day and all the shows that come on. Thank you for supporting that. And again, we will see you next week, and you take care. Bye.